Bad attitude number 4 is unforgiveness. This one is really huge. It is big because most often we allow, the hurt in our relationship to get to us to the point that we're unable to forgive, and you hold that grudge towards your spouse, towards your partner, towards your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your fiance, your husband, your wives. We hold those grudges, and we are unable to let go of them, and it becomes a huge problem in our relationships. It becomes a problem in our marriages. We're all guilty of it. At some point in our lives, we have not forgive something our partners have done to us, and it has escalated, and it led to the destruction of our marriages, our relationships, and all those things. So unforgiveness is bad attitude number 4 that can destroy our marriages. Okay, so how do we fix that? We need to stop holding grudges. We need to stop doing reminding our partners, oh, you did this to me 10 years ago. It's like you hoarding the hurt inside, the unforgiveness inside. I will not forgive you, but you're still living with this person, with the pain. It is your choice to always let go, work on the marriage, work on the hurt, work on the pain, and move on. So, what do we replace bad attitude with? Unforgiveness, we replace it with what? Forgiveness. Learn to forgive. Learn to let go easily. Sometimes don't sleep on it. If you feel like your partner has hurt you so bad, talk. I always have this notion that we have to talk, communicate effectively. Not go begin the alapa you man. I want to talk to you right now. Yeah. And not get for work. Okay? You gotta sit and talk. We've all experienced it. We are talking based on our own personal experiences. Okay? So that is the reason why we talk about these things. So you replace unforgiveness with forgiveness. Learn to forgive. Learn to let go. Stop holding grudges. Stop reminding your spouse, you did this to me 10 years ago at the inception of our relationship. This is what you did, and you're still holding on to that. But every night you want to share bed with this person, forgive, okay? Let's move on. Work on these marriages. Make life easy. That will work. Attitude number 5. The comparison stage, where we feel like our spouses are lacking, and you see another spouse out there, you start comparing your marriage, your spouse, to somebody else. Woo, another recipe for disaster. That is another recipe for disaster. It is not a good habit to compare your relationships, your marriages, your husbands, your wives, fiancés, girlfriends, boyfriends, to any other person, because what we see out there is not what actually happens in the home. You see a couple, and you assume they have a perfect marriage, and then you come home, you start comparing your wife to another man's wife. You start comparing your husband to another man, to another woman's husband. Oh, why don't you be like this one? Or why don't you do things like the way this person do? It is not going to work. It will not work for nobody. It has never worked for anyone. Because when in the process of doing that, you end up belittling your spouse, you end up belittling your partner, you make them feel less of themselves. Okay, we should not do that. That is not a way to go, because if you do that again, you're heading for a disaster. So that is bad attitude or bad habit number 5, the comparison trap. Do not trap yourself by comparing your own marriage to somebody else's marriage. Because you might not know where your spouse woke up from, which side of the bed they woke up from. They might snap at you, and that is going to lead to another issue, another problem, where you guys start having argument, fighting, and all that. What do we replace that with? Any guesses? Anyone? Going once? Twice? We replace bad attitude number 5 with embracing what we have. Accept who you are. Accept your spouse for who they are, for what they are. by God, you chose this person. From the beginning of that relationship, you fell madly, deeply in love with them, and you chose to be with them. You know who they are or who they were when you met. Now it is your responsibility to ensure you continue to accept what they are, who they are, how they are, whatever way they are. Embrace it, love it, work on your flaws. Stop comparing yourself to other people. When I get to understand the way where people then woman then can praise the man in a public, or the man then can praise the woman there. Una can house most of them no get peace. But when some of una when una see them can't no more, you want, oh wow, look this person, look how I married back. Where them they see with them, if he said me married na be the perfect marriage. Will not be no. But that is the reason why we are saying this. Don't fall into that trap, that comparison trap. Okay? Replace it with embracing what you have. Accept it. Take it. Work on it. Fix it. Okay? That is how you fix that. You replace the comparison trap with embracing, what you already have. By God, we fell in love with those people. Bad habit number 6. Being too critical about your spouse. Being too critical of your spouse, always putting down syndrome, always being critical. If you are habitual in doing that, if you're always criticizing what your partner do, if you're always telling them what you did is wrong, it's cringe-worthy. It is not good. Even if somebody have their flaws, when we choose to be together, it is our responsibility to ensure that we're always trying to lift that person up. Okay? We lift us up, we lift each other up by, praising. Or even if somebody made a mistake, you can correct them. You can tell them what they did wrong, but not being too critical. Everything they do or say, you criticize it. You know for sure that is not good. It leaves a bad taste in anybody's mouth. We've seen people do it, and we know it is not good. We've seen people attack each other in public. It doesn't leave a bad taste in the mouth. So how do we replace that? What do we replace it with? We look for the good in what this conversation is about. We look for the good in the person. We look for the good in everything that person do. If it's a mistake, honey, how you did it today was not the right way. Can we change it? You can switch it around. You can always look for the good in a conversation, in your partner, in your spouse, in your fiancé, in your husband, in your girlfriend, in your wife. Stop being too critical of your own person. You chose that person. Why become too critical of them? Why do things that is not right? It does not leave a good taste in the mouth. So replace that by looking for the good in that person, in each conversation, in each situation. Bad habit number 7, the last one. Woo! This one is really my pet peeve. I cannot stand it. Selfishness. I don't really fancy selfish people. People who make things all about themselves. The marriage is all about them. Everything that happens in that marriage is all about them. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care about how you do things, what's going on in your life. They don't care. Even if you are going through difficult times, they will not even ask you, not even once, are you okay? Sometimes your spouses even wake up, they don't even say hello. They come home, they don't say hello. Selfishness in a marriage. It is the roots of the reasons why most marriages are going down the hill right now. Selfishness. When you make the marriage all about you, when you make things all about you, it's always about you. Nothing good will come for the next person, but always for you. So that is bad habit number 7. What do we replace that with? Selfishness with selflessness. Empathy. Empathize with the next person. If you see your spouse struggling in something, support them. Help them with it. Don't just let it be. Don't just allow them to go through it by themselves. Selflessness is good. When you are a giving person, you are selfless, you give, you empathize, you sympathize, you do everything in that relationship to make your spouse happy. That marriage is going to be a successful marriage. But me, selfishness for me, that is my pet peeve. Na me pet peeve, and I just cannot stand, selfish people. It bugs me to the core. When somebody's that selfish, that doesn't think about the next person. All they think about is them. I'm doing this and you didn't do. I'm done. Why is it always you? A marriage is about us. We do things together. It is not I in a marriage. It is us. We work together. So, my beautiful people, those are the 7 bad attitudes that destroys our relationships, that has the potential to destroy our marriages, that has the potential to take our marriages down the drain. So let us work on that. Let us continue to love each other, accept each other, be grateful with each other, stop the selfishness, accept one another, stop the intolerance, okay? When we start working on those things, trust me, we are going to be the happiest couples on planet Earth. People who have mastered these 7 bad attitudes are having good marriages. They have put that bad attitude aside and replaced them with the 7 good attributes. So let us do that. And thank you everybody for watching. Please, again, if you have not yet subscribed, please, I'm begging you guys, go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click on the red subscription button and click on the notification bell. So when I post a video, you will immediately know that Hannah has posted. So thank you everybody for watching.